A new CDC report that analyzed suicide rates across various industries and occupations found higher rates among those in the construction industry. To learn more about this, we welcome Sydney Hawkins, Safety and Training Director at Canyon State Electric. Welcome to Arizona Horizon. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. All right. Higher rates of suicide among construction workers. Does that surprise you?
No.
Why not?
No. Because of the job itself, and there's a lot of problems with the stigma, just the tough industry, and the difficulty in construction.
Does it include those on the job, on site, and those in offices as well?
Yes.
So it's all around, huh?
It's all around.
So why do you think that? I mean, again, I can see maybe, the stress and the worry and the concern and the danger on site. But if you're in a corner office, what's going on there?
A lot of times it's because of the time away from home. And like you mentioned, the stress. And a lot of people think that there's a lot of stress in the field, and there is. There's a lot more stress even in the office.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a male-dominated field. Men more likely to commit suicide. Is there a correlation there?
Yes. Yes, the men are more likely, younger men even more likely than older men.
Okay, we talked about work-related factors for the office workers, hours and stress and these sorts of things. For those on site, what factors are at play there?
It's obviously the stress of the job, the schedules, the deadlines. We have to do everything to perfection in the field. You're on your feet 10 hours a day. There are no shortcuts. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to everything has to be perfect, and that is a high amount of stress.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have bullying on the construction sites?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Yes. There is, and that's really where the mental health program comes into play, because the suicide rates are very high. And the way to help combat that is to address poor mental health before you get to that point.
So you got performance pressure, and you got a little bit of maybe the macho atmosphere comes into play as well, huh?
Huge, huge contributor to that problem.
And this has always been the case.
Tough guy, walk it off.
Yeah. The idea of working through pain, that macho, tough guy that they all kind of coalesce there, don't they?
They do, and a lot of times we see it as we don't have an option. We don't have any choice but to push through.
And you mentioned shift issues and these sorts of things. That affects sleep, I would imagine. That affects mental health, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, working out of town, the long hours, you get home, you go to bed at 9, you have to be up at 2.
I can already hear drug and alcohol issues being associated with that kind of the lifestyle.
Yes,
True?
and not only illegal drugs, obviously the alcohol, but even the prescription drugs, painkillers. That is a large contributor to the problem overall.
Many of these issues that we've talked about with construction workers in the construction industry as a whole, they've been there for a while. I mean, we've seen construction workers doing some pretty dangerous things and pretty stressful things for decades and decades.
Yes.
Was there always a high suicide rate?
It's always been a high suicide rate, but it's growing more and more. And we're also seeing a lot more of the younger generation coming into it. And so it's just going to get worse.
Why do you think it's growing more and more?
That's one of the problems that we have. Until we address the actual problem and recognize that it is a problem and talk it out and realize that it's okay to talk it out as men, and I'm not talking about the women as well are impacted, the problem's just not going to go away.
And this is where suicide prevention programs come in, 4x5 suicide prevention. What exactly is that? How did you get involved?
So as the Safety and Training Director, one of my goals, one of my job title or duties is to look at leading indicators. And so when I look at the biggest things that's causing the most damage, it turned out to be poor mental health. 4 times higher than the national average, 5 times higher than what we call the fatal 4. And it just, we just came up with the concept one day, started its own nonprofit organization.
You just mentioned the fatal 4. What is that?
Falls, caught, struck, and electrocution. So falling, getting caught in between something, getting struck by something, or of course being electrocuted.
Interesting. Okay, you got the numbers, you got the information, and went forward. Talked about the program. Talk about how you went forward.
The first thing I did was to look into getting certified for mental health first aid, just like you would be CPR certified. We train people on how to be mental health first aid certified. And that's our front line of what we call ambassadors, people on the job site, boots on the ground, who can help someone.
Focused on the construction industry and what these people are going through.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And a lot of times it's not necessarily the individual that's having the issues
Yes.
because of their poor mental health. It's what they're subjected to either on the site or at home.
How hard is it to get these folks to get help?
The older generation, it's tough.
Yeah, I'll bet.
The younger generation, I am amazed at how open-minded they are, and it's very encouraging.
And these are, and again, these are relatively new kinds of treatments overall, or are these old things that you're just kind of reshaping and going in a different direction?
It's always been the same issues and underlying problems. We're just bringing that to light and basically letting people know, hey, it's all right to sit down, talk to someone, have a breakdown. We're here for you. We are your brother's keeper.
Yeah, yeah. Developers, the construction industry as a whole, are they listening? Are they paying attention to this?
Most of them. We have a few holdouts.
Yeah,
Yes.
and why are they holding out?
We don't have that problem, they say. And to me, that's just denial. And it's a stigma. And that's one of our biggest challenges is to get people to accept that this is a problem. That's all we ask for some cases.
Right.
Just accept it's a problem. Let us take it from there.
But you think it's moving in the right direction?
It is definitely moving in the right direction. And I just wish it would move a lot faster.
Sydney Hawkins, Canyon State elected board. I had no idea that the suicide rate of construction workers was higher than that. It's really interesting stuff. Good to have you here, and great work. Continued success.
Thank you.